All right, guys, we have to talk about this. So I'm seeing a trend kind of come back that had been gone for a while. And we're talking about an election trend here because this is something we've seen before. And this kind of loops in with the whole Madeline Pendleton thing to a degree. But it's this talk about a third-party vote. And it needs to be said, there is no third party that's going to win. It's either Trump or Harris. That's it. Those are the options. There is no third option. If you believe that not voting or voting for a third option is going to prove a point, make a point, or do anything, I've got really bad news for you. Not voting is essentially giving a vote to whoever you don't like, putting it at the best case scenario. Worst case, you're giving a vote to Trump, because that's what they would like, is you not to vote. Voting for a third party is the same thing. You're voting to give it to the other side, right? There is no reality where a third party candidate wins this election. It's not. The Electoral College is not set up for that. You don't have to believe me. You can just go test that theory looking at the other third party candidates who have never won in, never worked. It's not going to happen. And I see this trend among younger voters. I say that because I'm almost 40, but for people in their, early 20s, up to their mid 20s, I see this talk about how they don't want to vote for Harris because of the stuff going on overseas. They're so concerned about that. It's like, you were going to sell all of your rights off for that one thing. You were going to spite yourself and a lot of other people because you believe somehow by not voting or voting for a third party, you're making a statement. When Trump makes it into office because of too many people not voting, and I'll explain why that's a possibility of happening, he's not going to look at that and go, God, look how many people didn't vote for me. Look how many people voted for the third party. I'd better listen to what they wanted. Not going to happen. Why do I say it would put Trump in? Because this is what happened when we had Hillary up. Hillary didn't lose because Trump was a better candidate. She lost because too many people stayed home or voted for somebody else under the guise of, I really just don't like her. And we're hearing that now. I keep hearing that now from people. The similar kind of people with the Hillary stuff. I really don't like her. I'm going to vote for someone else. I'm going to do a third party vote. I'm just not going to vote. Or even worse, I don't need to vote. We've already got it in the bag. We've already got this, you guys. I don't need to vote. Which is ridiculous. These are the kind of things that the younger generation of voters, the young group, is not seeing and not understanding. You guys are throwing your vote away, or you're voting for someone who's never going to make it in. Not even kidding. I can predict right now there is no other candidate that's going to make it. There's not. It's Trump or Harris. There is no way anywhere that changes. It doesn't happen. I'll be trying to do coverage on election night, and we'll track the numbers for it, but there is no third party candidate that's getting in. It's not happening. Please vote wisely before you ruin women's rights even more, before you strip away your rights, before you even understand what they are. People, and that's the thing, people like Madeline have done a good job of swaying her followers, a lot of them. She has 1.8, I think, million, that is, that are now deciding either they're not going to vote or they're going to vote for a third party candidate because of the things she said. Now, I have no delusion that she's a plant or anything. I think to a degree she is speaking from what she believes, but that's dangerous when you have a following. I'm not telling anybody here who to vote for. What I am telling is you need to vote for one of the two candidates because a third option is not an option. It's not. You're going to diminish any lead there would be on either side by voting for this mystical third candidate you think it somehow is going to make it out. I keep hearing Jill Stein. She hasn't campaigned enough. Most people don't know her or understand what she's about. So you've got a couple of weeks to suddenly make the majority of voters be interested in her. And if you haven't started from the beginning, it's not happening now. So all I'm saying is please vote for one of the two candidates that are up because the third party's not an option. It's a waste. It's going to continue to be a waste. I watched people do this with Gary Johnson years ago. They kept voting for Gary Johnson. He never even made it anywhere marginally near enough to even be a blip on the radar. And then when his name would show up, you're like, who is this? Who is this? And they'd look into it and find out he's some kind of wackadoo. Because he said some crazy things. I haven't looked too much into Jill Stein, but I don't care because she's not a viable option. Until she starts becoming more vocal and is further up in the running for things. It's just not going to happen. The history of independent candidates making it to president in this country is not good. It hasn't been good, and it probably won't be either for numerous reasons. Anyway, sorry for the long video, guys, but I want to put this out here. Please share this and get it out. If you know somebody who's not decided or thinks third party is the option, let them know that, you know, third party does not make it. They just don't. They never do. So, anyway, I hope this helps. Hope if you're not decided, you know, that you can figure it out. I may do a live at some point talking about this before election here. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, feel free to leave comments below, guys.